Here it is, Liberation Day, 2nd of April 2025. President Trump called it Liberation Day because it was a day where he released sweeping tariffs impacting the entire globe on how they deal and how they sell their goods on American soil. Trump slapped brand new tariffs on imports to the United States. Now you're probably thinking, Yolanda, that's an American problem, but it's not. Let me explain. See, here's how it works. South Africa pulls minerals out of the ground: iron ore, manganese, platinum. These raw materials get shipped to China. China does what China does best and manufactures all kinds of stuff, from electronics to cars. Those goods get shipped off to the United States. And now that Trump is making it more expensive for China to do business in the United States, China has to cut costs. That means buying less from countries like South Africa. Less demand means fewer jobs in mining and logistics to get those resources out of the country. And with employment already sky high, that's as welcome as load shedding during a rugby final. But hey, let's be fair, it's just not about South Africa right now. These tariffs are meant to help the American manufacturing worker. In fact, when Trump made these announcements in the Rose Garden of the White House, his audience were American auto workers. You know, the guys that saw their factories shut down because production moved overseas. Now there's a chance that those jobs might be coming back. And for the working class American who's been struggling to find work, that's a really big deal. Because when those jobs come back to America, it means steady paychecks, benefits, and it means the potential to become middle class again. But here's where it gets tricky. South Africa doesn't just send raw materials to China, it also exports stuff, things like cars and auto parts that Trump has already slapped a 25% tariff on. So if Trump decides to hit foreign car imports with higher tariffs, South African manufacturers will take another knock. Fewer exports means fewer jobs, and suddenly South Africans are just not winning at all. Fewer exports also means fewer taxes for the government to collect, which means you know where they're going to collect: from the South African taxpayer. So what's the takeaway here? Well, if you are a South African business that is relying on exports, buckle up because things are about to get expensive. If you're an American factory worker, could be good news, especially if companies bring your jobs back home. And if you're a consumer, well, things are about to get a lot more expensive. Look, I get it. America wants to protect its workers, but trade is a two-way street, and America feels that it has not been getting a fair deal. In fact, when Trump made this announcement, he had a whole chart and he had all of the costs and all of the tariffs that the other countries charge the US. And how they came up with these numbers is not just the physical tariffs or taxes that are charged